Hi guys, welcome to day 3 of my Vlogmas. Today I'm going to do a video about my most used everyday brushes. Just a warning, most of them are dirty because I do use them every day and I use them today. And sorry that my hair is all wet, I just washed it. I've spent the entire day studying for an exam that I have tomorrow, so this is my only relief from studying was slapping my makeup on, doing my hair and doing the video, or washing my hair and doing the video. So that is why I look all scraggly. So let's go ahead and get into it. I separated them by eyes, face, and then highlight contours. So first is the brush that I have the most of, and it's the e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush. It's just a typical C-shaped brush. I have 4 of them that I just circulate between. They're all the same. I'll wash them once, they just, I wish I could say oh, I wash them every single week. Probably wash them once a month. That's not good. You should do it once a week. But I keep them with certain color families, even though most of what I use are neutrals. So if it's a matte neutral, then I'll look at the powders on the brush. That sounds so awful, but I won't mix it up with a shimmery neutral, so I'll keep that for another one. So yeah, these aren't the best brushes. This one right here just fell apart. Sometimes I'll glue them together, sometimes I'll throw it away, but I like the way how they're so densely packed, so that's why I use them so often. I should invest in better eye brushes because I use them so often, but I haven't been able to choose one. I've tried a few, but none that I think are spectacular. So I think I would like one that was exactly like this, but the ferrule was better made and attached to the handle. So we'll see. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Next, I guess I'll stick with the or one of the other e.l.f. brushes I have. This is the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush. I really like this brush. And I have a few of these, but this one, since I almost always just use matte neutral brown or plum shade in my crease, I just stick to one because the colors all look kind of the same. Same thing, they're not that well made. They're only $1. I just haven't found one that I think is worth the $20 or so that we sell them for at work, or the ones that I found online. So we'll see. Next are some Real Techniques brushes. This one is the Deluxe Crease Brush. Now I'll use this sometimes as a crease brush, but I also will use it as a concealer brush. It's a really nice dome-shaped brush, really soft. And then this one is what I did my entire eye look with today. It's the Base Shadow Brush. I used it as a blending brush for a matte brown right there, and then I used it as kind of a paddle brush for the the beige color that I have all over my lid. So I really like that. Next, from Eco Tools, I have a few brushes. This one is just a kind of a detail kind of crease brush, and I don't use it super often. Sometimes if I want a specific color, if I'm going to use black and I don't want it to get messy, I'll use it to apply it, and then I'll use a fluffier brush to blend it out. And then this isn't Eco Tools, it's Essence of Beauty. I think it's the Walmart brand, and I got it in a 2-pack. I don't know where the other one is. I think the other one is a little bit more fluffy. But kind of the same thing, if I want a specific color but I don't want it to get everywhere. This one is Eco Tools, and it's it says Stay There Shadow. I like this brush, but it's kind of too big. It's really soft, and it is nice to put an all-over lid color. It's a little bit too big for me, but I use it. Almost done. I love this one. It's the Sephora Professional Crease Brush number 10. This is they replaced it. Ooh, that's the hair that was messed up. I got this on sale over the summer, but I love this brush. It's so awesome for the crease, for blending colors out. So totally recommend this or something like it. This one I put in with the eyeshadow brushes because it's an eyeshadow brush, but really I use it more often for putting setting powder underneath to set my concealer. So like Ben Nye, a banana powder, or Bobbi Brown, like the powder that's in the concealer duo. I used to use it for eyeshadow, but it's just too big to me, kind of along the same lines as the EcoTools one. Like I just don't like how long they are. For my brows, I love the Real Techniques brow brush. It looks like that. It's really soft and nice and densely packed, so I don't have to work too hard with it. And then for brows, I have an e.l.f. spoolie brush that I've bent and I use often, but I find myself more likely than not using the spoolie that's on the end of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, so I just figured I'd share that one too. Alright, now moving on to face. I don't have that many. To apply my foundation, I have this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which when I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Whipped, I almost exclusively use it with this brush, just because it's so densely packed that it really helps blend out the cream, because it's a thick foundation, so I like this. If I'm not using the Revlon Color Stay Whipped, I'll use most often the stippling brush from Real Techniques, because I like the effect that stippling gives my foundation, but I find that it doesn't work very well with such a thick foundation, so one of those. For concealer, I like the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, and it reminds me a lot of the concealer brush that I use at Sephora. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like the Flawless Concealer Brush or something like that. But this one's only like $3, so I really like it. Also for concealer, I'll use a lot my Beauty Blender. It's so gross. Even when I clean it, it doesn't get completely like to its original state, so whatever. I really like it for concealer though. And then last but not least, I use my e.l.f. powder brush for powder. Now, the only other one that I would include as an everyday brush is the Becca, what is it called? Perfecting Brush, or the One Perfect Brush or something like that. And it really is perfect, but I was washing it and whatever. So I don't have it with me right now, but it really is amazing. And I could put it into my face category or to highlighting and contouring and blush and everything. So really recommend that one. And then on to highlighting and contouring and blush. I have my contour brush, which is what I do first always. It's the Real Techniques contour brush, and it's amazing. It's like the perfect shape. And then for blush, if it's I guess if it's like a lighter color, I'll use the EcoTools. I never realized that that's what I use it for, but when it's a lighter color, I like this because it really like packs it on and it makes it easier to like get to the achieved like pigmentation. And then if it's a darker color or brighter color, I'll use the Real Techniques blush brush, because it's so nice and fluffy and it doesn't put too much product on, and it's really easy to blend out. So lighter EcoTools, this little one, and it came in a set. I wish I remembered the set name. I'll look it up. Darker or more pigmented naturally than the Real Techniques. And then for highlight, I use the Real Techniques setting brush. It's really nice. It's the perfect shape. I can get it like right above and below my eyebrow, right up here. And if I need to, I'll go back in with like this one or even my powder brush to blend it all together if it's too harsh. And then last but not least, this is not technically a brush, but still like a tool that I have to use every day, and it's my eyelash curler from Sephora. I used to use the Shumera, but then they discontinued selling it in America unless you know of somewhere where I can find it. So I use this one. I do really like it. I probably need to get a new one soon because I've had this one for almost a year, and I feel like even when I trade out the pads, like it's still not as good of a curl as I used to get when I first got it. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for following along on this Vlogmas journey. Subscribe if you're not already, and give it a thumbs up, this video at least, or all my videos, and have a fantastic day. Bye.